Okay.
Okay. We're live. Hello.
Hello.
Dear
Good
friend,
morning.
isn't it?
We're at all times of day right now.
All times of the day and all different places too.
Yes.
This is not just any other regular live stream. Oh, let me just move this a little bit. Otherwise, I just realized you can see my legs. There we go. Yeah, not just any regular place. We're over on Pentacolor YouTube channel.
Yes.
What a great honor. Thank you so much for having us here. Yeah, it was unexpected to be invited. So
Yes, we're so excited about it.
so excited to meet some new people. Hopefully in the comments, I know that this live stream is at a slightly different time of the day than normal over on Pentat, and that is mostly because times of day are difficult to arrange every now.
Yes, we're international.
Yes, we're very international, so we're trying to figure out times that suit everybody. But yes, what an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes. I think we should introduce ourselves. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
That's why I have Megan with me.
Yes. So you should go first since you are the star of the show today.
Okay. Stop it, you. Hello. My name is Iveta. I am originally from Latvia, but live in UK. So and then I am the creator today. I'll be creating today. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do decoupage, mixed media, furniture, doors, walls, you name it, anything. My sort of outlook on creativity is that you can turn anything into a creative canvas, and you can transform anything. And my goal in life and sort of secret agenda that I like to tell everybody about, so it's not very secret, is that I would like to get as many people inspired and excited about creating as possible. Because I truly believe that we're all just little children on the inside that want to get creative, want to get crafting, want to get doing things. And we forget how to do that as we grow up. So I'm here to sort of get people going again and get people creating, because we all could do with a little bit more of that.
And oh, how I share that very same vision with you, Iveta.
Yeah.
That's what we have in common.
Yes, very much so. And
yes.
then with me, my lovely host today.
Yes, I am Iveta's host. I'm Megan. Recently, my husband and I became the North American distributors for Pentart. Also recently took ownership of Decoupage Queen. That's how I met Iveta, who really helped.
I thought about that. Yes.
Yes, that's how, who really helped create Decoupage Queen. So we've been working together since, I don't know, it seems like forever, but it hasn't been very long.
It hasn't. No, it hasn't.
So I like to help her on her lives so I can read the comments for her and keep her company, ask questions. Yeah. And I feel very passionately the way that she does that. There's a creative inside every single person. You just have to find your thing. So
yeah, very much so. Okay,
let's get started.
Yeah, right. Let's get started. Why am I'm a little bit nervous about this?
Well, because you had to introduce yourself. That's why.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Okay, let me see if I can do this properly. Okay, I think that is the setup that we're supposed to have here.
Beautiful.
I'm supposed to be in the corner. Hello. I don't know why you would want to see my face while I'm creating, but you know, because it's going to be pointing this way.
You have a lovely face.
If it helps, then it helps. Okay, so today we're going to be creating a spring-inspired and sort of nature-inspired, I guess, vintage nature, botanicals, I don't know, and insert word here, hanging heart. This is a little second-hand plaque that I picked up in a charity shop. As you can see, I painted over it to cover up a sentiment that says something about grandchildren, filling up your life with all of the amazing things. So I covered it with 1 coat of Pentart acrylic primer, and then I put on a coat of just white chalk paint, because acrylic primer doesn't have the same opacity as paint does. It's not meant to be super opaque. It's only supposed to be acting as a primer. So just 1 coat of chalk paint was more to cover up what was underneath before we get started. And then the plan is, let me show you sort of where we're going with this. We're going to use this rice paper from my new collection, with Decoupage Queen. This is Vintage Insects, and this is Vintage Blue background. We're going to put that onto the heart. Then I came prepared with a casting from a Decoupage Queen mold. This is Decoupage Queen Antique Frames mold. So I casted this with Alumilite casting resin, and I applied a coat of bonding primer over the top of it. And so once we have the background on, we're going to frame one of these bugs, and I think it'll probably be the ladybug, because I just can't get enough of it, though they would, like, there's so many of them that would look absolutely amazing in here. And then we will do some painting with delicate metallic paint and a little bit of aging, and I think we will finish it all off with pouring glaze on the inside.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So there we go. That is the plan.
Iveta, did I just hear you say ladybug?
Ladybug, yeah. Did I say? Leave me alone, okay? I'm sorry.
Well, I thought ladybird was much cuter.
Leave me alone. I don't know. I just use whatever word that comes to mind first.
You had me saying ladybird. You were changing me over to that.
Oh, I don't know. Look, I need to sit up a little bit taller, because I feel like I'm a little bit too low here. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here with us.
All of your good friends are here.
Oh, it's so lovely to have you all here with us. So I'm going to flip this over, sort of adjust it. I'm going to try and sort of use this part of the rice paper, so I can save this part of the rice paper for hopefully another project. Thing is that I'm running low on papers here. I've basically used up 2 sets of my own, no, 3 sets, 2 A4 sets and a whole A3 set of this collection already. So I'm sort of in that place now where I need to calm down. I need to slow down and save the scrap. So I'm going to flip this over, then just hold it against the light, sort of like that, so I can see that it's straight, more or less. And then let me use that to hold this in place. And then I've got Pentart Decoupage Glue Ultra Matte over here, which is my personal favorite decoupage glue of all time by now, because it does dry to be like completely ultra matte, and I love it. I love it so much.
It really looks like there's no finish at all.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
You can't see the glue at all, which is fantastic. Which is the result that I'm after. Oh, and for those of you watching over on Decoupage Queen, or on Pentart USA, or on my page, all of the products that I'm using here today are going to be linked in the description below or over the top, depending on which platform you're watching on. So go to wherever the description to the video is and look there. But also do let me know if you want the link in the comments and I can drop it for you. There we go. We'll just pop some glue. And then I've got this squeegee situation, a Decoupage Queen squeegee. We've got some new ones, don't we?
Almost.
Almost. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Was I not supposed to say that?
Nope, you can.
Okay.
You're coming soon.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So we're gonna have some new decoupage queen squeegees coming soon. We did run out of them, didn't we?
Yes, it's an essential tool, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh yes, very much so. Very much so. I love the soft part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you should only use that when it's on the dry part, right?
Yeah. Don't use it over glue because it will get glued to it.
Yes.
And you don't want that to happen. So I don't know how long we're supposed to be going live for today.
Oh yeah. I guess we didn't find that out, did we?
No. So Pentot, guys,
would you like to chime in? Or maybe they'll just shut us down at a certain point.
If you need us to leave, just let us know.
We are scheduled to come back. So if we don't come back, you'll know that maybe we didn't do a good job.
Yeah. I am scheduled to come back at some point at the start of May, I believe. And I think Lynn is supposed to be coming on at some point, right?
Yes, she is.
She's been invited.
Yes.
Yeah. So that will be exciting. It'll be lovely to see Lynn on here. I can't wait to see what she creates. She's always so good with different ideas and mixing and matching and just using products in all sort of different ways.
Yes, I love to see the way that you both inspire each other too.
Well, yes, me too. That is good. I do want some of those baubles now. Maybe you might have to send me some of those, the MDF things.
Oh, yes. We're going to be working on getting more of those.
Oh, good.
You can just do so many things with that.
Yes, they're so useful. So useful. So just drying this so we can sand off the edges. I love this background so much. It's so pretty.
So do I.
So pretty.
I think it will be a classic.
My plan for today was slightly different to start with. I was going to use fine line crackle, but then I was trying to figure out like which papers would go together with what, and then I realized that most of my papers actually have like crackle added to them on the papers.
Yeah, that's true. You do have a lot of texture.
Yeah.
Sue says that most of the presenters on Pentacolor Official are 1 hour to 1.5 hours.
Okay. So we can stay
so take a deep breath.
Phew. Okay.
You're doing fine.
There we go. So since we have quite a few people here that attended the event on Saturday over on Decoupage Queen for the release, I just wanted to take a moment and say big thank you. Thank you for showing up and taking part in the event. Those of you that were with us, it really means a lot to see so many supportive faces turn up and be with us all Saturday. That was really nice.
We had so much fun.
Yes.
I think we should do it again in a month.
Hey.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like your thinking. Hello, Helena from Portugal. Hello. Welcome. What's it like in Portugal right now? What is the weather like?
Yes, I'd love to know.
Yeah.
What's it like for you right now, Iveta?
It's getting warmer. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and today were my first times hanging washing outside to dry. Wow. I know it's not really a thing that you do over in the US that much, at least from what I know, but it's finally getting to that place here where we can dry washing outside. It's very exciting.
There's about 2 months out of the year that we can do that, and it's just so lovely when you can.
Really? Oh no, you don't get much good weather then, do you?
Well, where it's consistent, where
Ah.
we know it's not going to rain and it's going to be sunny enough.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you never know that it's not going to rain.
Yeah.
It's a chance that you have to just take. You have to go for it.
My grandma loves so much to put her sheets on the line. Like she loves the smell of it. So I will drop everything if she needs my help to do that. And it's a nice day. I'll go right over there. It doesn't matter if they're dirty or clean. We will wash them and put them on the line because it just makes her so happy.
Yes. Right. I need to save this bit. I'll use you later.
That looks pretty just as is.
Huh?
That looks pretty just as it is.
I know, right? We could be done now, really. But why be done now?
Yes.
We can add more to it, right?
That's right.
Now, we wouldn't do something so silly, would we? Oh, I really need to. One moment. Let me just get these bits. Tidy up a little bit. So back to the heart. We've got the heart. We've got a little frame, and then before we get started with the other paper and decoupage it on, we need to underpaint where that paper is going to go. So what I'm going to do is grab a sorry, I just dropped a ruler. I'm going to take a pencil, position my frame, center it, and then mark out the inside of the frame, and that is so that I know where I need to paint. And I'm going to mark out the inside of the frame and then go over that part slightly when I paint. Sort of like that. It's very faint, not very easy to see, but it'll do. So then I've just got, again, acrylic primer. You could use paint. Oh no, I can't see it at all. I didn't do a very good job with that. Right, let me grab a pen instead. To be careful with this. Put this back. And then there we go. Definitely won't miss this part. There we go. And then underpaint with acrylic primer. So I'm going over
the acrylic primer is a very underrated product, I think.
Very much so, because it's not a novelty product, right? It's one of those basics that you really need to have. You can't get started without it, or without a primer. But people don't really talk about those, right? It's just like the squeegee tool, or
yes,
the sanding thing. The little sander. You can't decoupage without them, really. But nobody talks about them.
This makes your work much easier.
Mm-hmm. So much easier. And yes, acrylic primer is definitely underrated very heavily. There we go. It's just a coat of primer, and this is so that when we decoupage this over the top, we've got a white base because let me show you. So can you see the colors when the paper is just on the white table, right? And then if I place the black squeegee under it, the colors get all muddied up, right? So that is what happens when there's any sort of color underneath your rice paper, because rice paper is quite translucent. You can see all of the colors from underneath and they bleed through, and then it doesn't look very nice. So always make sure that if you are decoupaging over the top of anything, you underpaint it in a white or at least like a really light color. I'll do 2 coats here. And that will do. Okay, now we need to figure out which book are we going to do. The green, the ladybird. This one, I can't get enough of the ladybird pasta.
You want the ladybird.
I do want the ladybird.
Yes.
I think, yeah, it'll be the ladybird. Sorry, not sorry.
I keep thinking also, obviously not today, but someday, using some of the chameleon waxes would be so fun on some of these bugs.
Yes. Yes, that would be. That would be really fun. Or even not over the bugs, but like over the frame itself.
Oh yeah. Just any like iridescence. It's just so perfect with them.
Right, so excuse my head, sorry.
It's hard and you have to focus.
Yeah, sorry. Right, I am trying to center this. So the rice paper ends a little bit before the frame. That is a-okay, because we can do a little bit of like a vignette on the inside when it's decoupaged. We can mask that later on, and then we're going to do pouring glaze over the top, so you're not going to be able to see it. But what I'm going to do, so you know how for underpainting, I did the inside of the frame. For decoupage, I'm going to mark off the outside of the frame and then cut a little bit less than what I've marked out, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And that is to make sure that my paper and my underpainting sort of match up, and so that I don't get pen on the inside of the paper, because once that pen gets in touch with the glue, it's going to start bleeding, and that's going to bleed all over your paper. So I've marked out my my ladybug, ladybird. We're going to use those words interchangeably. And then I'm going to cut the paper, which is not a very popular thing to do when you're working with rice paper, because typically we will fray the edges, and we want that quality that you get from rice paper, that you can fray the edges, you can make them really thin, and you can sort of blend it. But in this case, because we're placing a frame over it, we don't need those edges to be super thin. We're going to cover them with a frame. So cutting is absolutely fine.
Lynn says, I paint the back of the rice paper. I seal, then paint it white.
Oh, I have done that before on that lampshade, where I was cutting out a lot of a lot of magnolias for a lampshade. But that seems, and that was because I had those like edges and I wasn't blending the edges or anything like that. But that seems like more work to me.
That's also, is that also the technique for like a reverse decoupage, what you would do?
Yeah, so for reverse decoupage, you would decoupage that on and then paint over it.
Yeah.
Okay, now we just need to align this. Let me put that primer away before I try to glue this down with primer, because I have done that before.
Look how lovely that paper looks with that background. It's almost like someone planned it that way.
I know, right? All right, okay, let me just, and then let's have a look. Sorry, again, my head is going to get in the way. Oh, no, let me move this out of the way. There we go. this might work a little bit better.
She's very focused.
Yes, I'm very laser focused, and I need to cut off a little bit of the rice paper here off of the edge, because it's peeking out on the other side, and that is no bueno. This part here is peeking out, and we don't want that. Okay, now I need to align this again. Sorry. We have sometimes you just have to take time with these things.
Yes, where it counts. Especially when you're about to glue something down.
Exactly. Exactly, because you can't unglue it afterwards.
Valerie says, I can't wait to get my DQ order with these rice papers. Looking forward to seeing them in person. I'm sure they're on their way to you. The boys were shipping all the day yesterday.
Does that look straight?
I think so. I
think that looks straight. Okay, right. I'm holding it down with my fingers. This goes away. This can't move now. Place it down. Get the glue, glue it down. Okay. Right, back to decoupage glue. So again, this is going to make everything super matte and super nice. When I'm gluing down like such a small piece, I'm not usually going to reach for my squeegee. There isn't really too much need for it, because you just glue one part and then use your brush to straighten it out. But that's only for smaller pieces. Glue this down. Okay, that's all of the gluing for now. We will need to glue down. Where is my heat gun? We need to dry this, and then we're going to paint the edges and the frame gold. And I think we'll do that while this is sort of drying.
You're using Delicate Metallic, my favorite.
Yes, so this one is Delicate Metallic in gold. I was sort of tempted. Maybe we can actually decide that now. Maybe we could do a little poll with those of you watching, because I was struggling to make a decision, and I'm still not sure if we should go for, well, we've got white gold, dark gold, or gold gold.
Oh, that's too hard.
Because these two are my absolute favorite delicate metallic paints of all time. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had to repurchase these two. And I mind you, they are so close in color. They're not exactly the same, but they're very close in color. So like, I will use these interchangeably. And like, I will buy both of them in multiple packs because I go through it so much.
I think you have to choose one of your favorites. This is your debut on Pentacolor Official.
But then
you have to show your favorite.
But then also, I think also like just regular gold would probably make it pop. But is it going to make it pop too much? Do we go for white gold or dark gold? I don't know.
Olga says, I cannot put these down. I'm totally obsessed with the insects and the delicate paints. Olga says white gold. Sue says white gold. Valerie says too many choices. And Cynthia says dark gold.
Oh, okay.
No one said gold gold.
No one said gold gold. Okay. Who would have thought my first option is the least popular one?
Yeah. I'm not chiming in.
Oh, you're staying impartial, are you?
No. I would pick like a color.
Okay.
I told David a few months ago, we're going to make delicate metallics take over the world.
We will.
Once that we get them in people's hands, all they have to do is try them. They're incredible.
Oh, okay.
Olga said actually any gold is a good choice. I do agree with that.
I'm going for white gold.
Okay.
There we go.
You're not going to regret that.
Yeah. It's highly unlikely that I will regret this.
And the worst case scenario, you paint over it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, look. I mean, it's bloody delicious. And for those of you that, because I know I've run into this problem several times now, where I needed to restock on my dark gold slash white gold metallic, delicate metallics, and they were out of stock. But you know what? That's why I also have a good stash of champagne metal pigment.
Yes.
Here.
That's a great point. It's very, very similar.
Yes, because if you don't mind mixing your own paint, and which I think is quite fun, but I don't necessarily always have the time to mix them because I'm a bit more on the lazy side. I like the pre-mixed option. But I will keep a stash of champagne metal pigment and pigment fix for situations like that. If I need my favorite gold and it's out of stock, can't have that.
There is a 3D decor pen that also looks very similar. Which color is that?
Maybe. I know there is the ice flower, but that is more of a silvery one, isn't it?
No, maybe is there an I'll have to look it up, but it is a gold, but it looks very, very similar.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Lynn. Hello. Just want to put my idea there. Maybe some swatches of gold in spare moment. Not distant future would be possible. Oh, yes.
Or even swatching all the delicates would be nice.
Yes.
But I want to point out, as she's doing this, this is one coat.
Yeah.
That is what I think people don't realize.
Yeah.
Most metallics that you get anywhere else besides Pentart.
4 coats minimum.
Yes. Pentart does metallics best. I really stand by that.
Yes, absolutely. They 100% do. Right, I need a little... I need some tissue here.
Oh, yes. The blue metallic would look wonderful, too. In fact, Iveta had a kit that she chose to go with her papers, and it included... It was the silvery blue delicate metallic. Right?
It was, yes, bluish silver. It was
yes, and you see how beautiful that looks with her papers.
But I also have this one.
Yep.
Which is the bluish green one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you also need that one.
Yes. Olga says they can cover all your sins and past mistakes.
Exactly. That's how good they are.
It would be very... Olga, please get on that. I think you could make a very fun little reel swatching the delicate metallics with some very nice soothing music over it and your cute little voice. I would really love to see that. Yes,
I would love to see that.
If you don't have all of them, send me a message.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so that is one coat of... Look at it.
Amazing.
Oh, it's given me that like when you get that cuteness overload and you look at something so cute and you just want to go, oh, like it's like that.
Yes. Well, send me a message, Olga. I think I have to send you another package soon anyway.
Yes. Okay. And then I'm just going to paint the edge of the heart.
Oh, my mom's here. Yes, Mom, don't you think that white gold delicate metallic looks like the champagne metal pigment?
Very much so.
I have to look up the 3D decor pen that I'm talking about.
It's very similar and it's so pretty. I love it. And yes, this color absolutely goes with all of the colors in the papers as well, as would any shade of gold, really. It would go well with all of these papers.
Oh, that looks so nice.
Doesn't it? I will need to go over the edge one more time, just because I'm painting over. I didn't do a very good job priming the edge, as it turns out. So the paint is sort of sliding around a little bit because I didn't prime it. And I am also painting over white. And as we know, metallics are typically applied over a dark base. You don't typically apply metallics over white if you want to see their full potential. So the fact that this is doing so well with just one coat over white, unprimed white.
Yes.
Yeah. So
very impressive.
Yeah. Very, very, very impressive. Okay. That's the edge. I'll set this over here for now. We can come back to the frame. Pardon me. I'll get this dry and then I think we will antique it and then we will glue it down. We'll get all of the work out the way before we glue it down. Though typically, because I like to make things more difficult for myself, I would glue it down, then paint it, and then antique it, and then do all of that, you know, and then have to do a lot of tidying up and all of those types of things.
Yes.
Because why make things easy when you can make them difficult?
Exactly.
Right? Oh, and for those of you that don't know, if you cast these frames out of resin and then you warm them up, you can still shape them. Look at that. Because I warmed it up while I'm drying it. You can stretch it out if you need
Look
to.
at that.
I should probably stop doing that actually because I need it to fit.
Yes. You had it just how you wanted it. But it is a good tip.
Sorry. I got distracted. You have only two. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, Olga, you wait. We will need a little reel from Olga. I missed the spot. Oh, Olga is going to be in Decoupage Queen community group on Friday. Friday evening, 6 o'clock over in Europe. 6 o'clock over in Europe, which means it's going to be like 12 o'clock Eastern time on Friday.
No, 1 o'clock. Are we back to 5 hours?
Yes, but Olga's Europe, so 6 hours.
Okay. I'm glad you're keeping track.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
Hi, Helen.
I've had many years of practice. Hi, Helen. So good to see you. How are you today?
We'll give you reminders for that.
Yes. We'll give
and then Iveta, you'll see Iveta and I on Friday morning at this same time.
Yes. Same time on Decoupage Queen, and we're going to talk about aged mirror effect. Oh, my favorite.
I don't know about it. We may have to start just having a schedule up in our featured tab.
We might, yeah. This is becoming quite there's quite a lot of live streams happening.
Yeah, just for our own sake, so we have a place to check and see where are we.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I now have a calendar up on my wall here in front of me,
Oh, you did do it? I'm going to do it.
I did, yes, I did do it. I have a calendar, not a proper calendar. It needs to be like 3 months ahead, really. I need to be able to see 3 months ahead.
Yeah.
But I have one, so at
It's a
this rate,
start.
I'm gonna just start taking a picture of my own calendar and then posting it
Yeah.
on Decoupage Queen.
Yes.
This is where we are this week, you guys.
Yes.
This is a plan for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, just one more coat, and then that one extra coat is more than enough. And just in case if you haven't paid attention, this whole time I've literally only been using paint out of the top of the lid that was stuck to it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you were watching at all during our event on Saturday, Justin painted, I mean, a whole, what was that? Like a little,
It was like a little shelf.
Yes, with a drawer and everything.
With a drawer, yeah.
It actually wasn't little at all.
No, it was about
Yes.
this, and then standing up tall like that.
Yes, and he used just one little pot of delicate metallic. Not even the whole pot.
Not the whole pot. There was at least 3/4 of it left yet.
Yes. Very impressive.
Well, I don't know. I might need to glue this down because I need to let this settle down a little bit more before I do antiquing on it. So I think I'll glue it down first. And we will use some heavy body gel. Stop putting your fingers into things, Yvette. That would be lovely. Okay, heavy body gel. Glossy. I finally have some. Look at me.
Yes.
Yes, and oh, I haven't used it yet.
Ooh, a fresh one.
Ah, look at that. We can dip into it all together. Sorry, I am not climbing under my desk at all. I'm just using my bin. Don't.
We learned when we were visiting with Pentart in Germany that heavy body gel glossy is the most sticky of all the heavy body gels.
Yes.
They're all very sticky.
Yes.
But it's the most sticky.
Super sticky. And so this is where heavy body gel comes in so nicely. So I don't know if you can tell on the back of my mold, when I poured it, I didn't pour it all the way to the edge. So my mold on the back is sort of kind of like that. It's like cupping. So the edges are taller than the rest of the mold. So any regular, not gel like glue, like heavy body gel, wouldn't, like if I put it on the inside there, it's not going to reach my base. So I wouldn't be able to glue it down without having to sand it, without having to straighten it out and whatnot. Heavy body gel, as you can see, I'm just packing it in there, and it's going to fill in those gaps that I didn't fill in with resin when I poured it. That wasn't really on purpose. That was just it just happened. So it's going to fill in all of those gaps, and you'll be able to glue it down because it's going to sort of pack it in there.
That's why heavy body gel is especially great with molds.
Yes. So good. And so, like, literally it will hold on forever and won't go anywhere. It's a glue for life.
Hi, Yoli. Yoli's here from Mexico.
Oh, hello, hello. Hello. How is Mexico today?
I bet it's great.
Oh, I bet, yeah. It must be so nice.
I know.
I would love to go to Mexico one day. That would be so fun.
I have been once.
Have you?
Yes.
Where?
I went to Sayulita.
Oh.
So you fly into Puerto Vallarta to get there. I have a cousin who lives there. And she's actually an art teacher there in a school there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, so again, please excuse me.
She must focus. When you see her head, she's focusing.
I just have to. It's one of those where you just kind of, you know, when you're really watching.
Yes.
It's one of those moments. Okay, so I've got it into place. I'm squishing it down, and as you may or may not be able to see,
oh, lovely.
There are some bits of heavy body gel that have come through, and that is, again, sort of by design. Those bits have come out because there was a little bit too much on those parts where I applied it, which means that it all got filled in. There's no gaps, which is perfect, especially if we're planning to use, what do you call it? Pouring glaze.
Yes.
Don't have gaps if you're using pouring glaze, because otherwise it will seep out, which happened to me before as well. I am speaking from experience over here.
Yes.
But by the way, if that does happen to you, like it did to me, and you put your pouring glaze inside, and then all of a sudden it starts seeping through because you've got a gap somewhere, where your mold is leaking out. Again, get heavy body gel, pick some up with a brush, and then pack it in there and use a heat gun to set it in place. You kind of have to work quickly when you do that, but you can stop the leakages with it. So just FYI, there's a little tip for you.
Yoli used to live in Puerto Vallarta for 15 years.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Okay, so again, because we've got some heavy body gel seeping through and I was just wiping it away, doing all of the things, you may notice that this is transparent, glossy, heavy body gel. So we've got a little bit of a finish conflict going on here. We've got matte, and then you can very visibly see where I was wiping away heavy body gel. That is a-okay, because there's a very, very easy fix to that. In a moment, I'm just going to let this dry for a little bit. Once this is dry, we can take our matte decoupage glue, ultra matte decoupage glue, and just go over it to get your finish back to how it was supposed to be. Just use it for tap chop.
Valerie asked, what do you use to clean your paintbrush after using heavy body gel?
Just regular soap and water, dish soap and water.
Yes, it's a water-based product.
Yeah. As long as you don't leave it with heavy body gel to dry, like that, you should have no problem washing it out. So after I use heavy body gel, I always put it in a little jar of water and then wash it out as normal. And as I'm drying this, I'm gonna press it down to try and get it, make sure that it's all in place. There's some more leakages happening of heavy body gel that we can tidy up. Again, all of this is good because it shows you all of your spots where you could have problems later on. So you're able to take care of them right now before you put your pouring glaze in. So squish it down. Make sure you have no gaps. I have some gaps that I just noticed here. So again, we're going to come back to our heavy body gel with a brush and fill in those gaps. It's easier to do it now before we have pouring glaze in there. Almost using it as silicone sealant, you know, when you to stop your bath water from leaking outside of you. That sort of same idea.
So could you alternatively use the matte opaque here, or would that interfere with the finish too much?
You could, but I would still then apply decoupage glue over the top, because the difference in matteness of the finish is too visible in my opinion. So I would still then finish it off with decoupage ultra matte glue.
Hi, Cheryl. Lynn says, I use a palette knife with heavy body gel. It will stick to everything.
Yeah. If you're using it on a bigger scale, palette knife works really well.
I can see how in these little crevices you need a brush.
Yeah, because there's so many curves and little crevices and all of those things happen in here. The brush glides along a lot easier than a palette knife would.
And you can press in.
Yes. Exactly. So there we go. How's it looking? How's it looking? I'm a little bit nervous about that gap over there on this side from my mold pouring. So again, just filling it in. And this is like the transparent glossy is a much better choice here, because it's easier for me to then tidy up the flat parts than it is for me to then make the glossy or the delicate metallic parts metallic again. So if I was using a matte gel, it would turn all of these parts matte.
Yes, and
it's staying the same.
And where the bug is, it will be shiny because of the pouring glaze.
Yes. Yeah. So it's sort of figuring out, is it needed in this instance? Which one is going to be easier? You know, there's pros and cons and all of that to every one of them. That's why there are different options out there. Otherwise, there would only be one heavy body gel.
Right. Valerie says, thanks for sharing your talents and knowledge with us.
Oh, you're very welcome, Valerie. Yeah. Thank you for being here with us.
Helen says it looks very beautiful and unique.
No, thank you so much. Okay, now we dry it. And then, I don't know, do we have the time to antique? We have the time, don't we?
Yes, we do.
We have time. How very exciting.
It's going to look so great with a pouring glaze too.
Yes, I can't wait to show it off. And then I just need to add some, like a ribbon on the back.
Yes. And we'll have to make sure we post a picture when the pouring glaze is totally dry.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the best.
There will be videos. There will be everything. I got a bit of tissue stuck on here. How did I do that?
It's just patina.
But what do we think to the colors?
Oh,
it's
amazing.
How beautiful is this?
It really is.
While it's cooling down, I will take a brush, and this is decoupage glue. Yes, just checking that I'm not like grabbing the primer or something. And I'll just apply. Oh, you know what would look really cool? Scrap that. Scrap decoupage glue.
Whoa.
We're going to play around with finishes. So we're gonna have
Soft touch.
yes. From,
Oh no.
so I'm so sorry.
Did you get a call?
Okay, I hope that it's back. Right. One moment. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
My
Perfect.
alarm went off.
You had a quick turnaround. Good job.
Yeah, I am so sorry. There we go. Right. Yes, so we're going to play around with the finishes. We're going to have ultra glossy pouring glaze on the inside, and then very ultra matte. So soft touch decor varnish is also ultra matte, hence why I love it a lot. But not only that, when it dries, it gives you that velvety touch. So I don't know if, like, it's a very hard product to explain to people without actually getting them to touch it.
Yes.
So I don't know, how would you describe this?
I have to say, when we first met, remember I asked you to give me a list of what your favorite,
Yes.
like, Pentart products that you can't live without.
Yeah.
And probably half of them were ones that my mom had never used. This was one of them.
Yeah.
And so I, of course, had to have her try it. And you said that when you gave me the list, you said, must try to understand. And it's very true. And I think that's also true of the delicate metallic.
Yes.
Like, just trust Iveta as an artist that you must try. It's something that you just must try. And you can get it in a smaller size too, just to experiment with. It is similar to the ultra matte decoupage varnish and glue in that it is as if there is no finish at all on the project, but there is.
No brush strokes at all.
No brush strokes. It's like you have not varnished it, but it is varnished. It's incredible. There is no delicate metallics kit, but we have played around with the idea of making one. I think that could be kind of fun about it if we did that. Even like maybe some like trios of colors or something like that.
Yes.
I thought maybe we could do that with contour liners too.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. I don't know if you can tell or not, but like obviously when it's wet, it's glossy, and as it dries, it becomes matte. But it's not just matte. It actually feels that, you know what? It's like rose petals.
Yes. That's exactly right. I was going to say velvety, but it's not even, it's more delicate than that.
Yeah. So I once did a Beauty and the Beast project where I made the rose in the, the cloche thing, whatever it's called. And I made the rose petals out of clay, and then I varnished them with soft touch varnish, and they actually looked like rose petals.
Wow.
It's almost like when you look at it, you can feel how it feels. So yeah, like it actually has that same sort of, it's very difficult to describe it.
Yes.
You just can't, it's like trying to describe a taste or what something tastes like or smells like.
Yes. This is why Christina, when we met in Germany, said that Pentart is a show business. You have to show people.
Yes.
You have to see it. And Cheryl here, who was at our retreat at L&J Goods last weekend, says after that retreat last weekend, she's a huge delicate metallics fan. I was insistent that they try them because when you hear the name or even just see them on camera, it doesn't do them justice until you feel them, use them with a brush yourself. It's the same thing with soft touch varnish. You have to be willing to just buy some and try it. Yeah.
Because honestly, like that is what I use if I'm making a box and I want the inside of the jewelry box to feel velvety and to have that sort of textile feel to it. But I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna actually put textile on the inside. I'm not gonna do that. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So if I'm not using waxes to just finish it off and just have like waxed wood on the inside, then I'm always going to finish it with soft touch varnish, because then it feels soft and lovely. Yeah.
A lot of things say matte, but there's matte and then there's soft touch.
Yeah.
It's another level of matte.
So there we go. That is, and it dries super quick as well, which I love. Which is always very handy. Okay.
I hope we described that well enough to make someone want to just give it a try.
I almost feel like it's one of those products that if you like, you need to get some little pots. And
I was just going to say, yes.
And just put into everybody's orders.
Yes. A little sample size.
Yes. It's that good. So I did get a little bit of my soft touch varnish over my delicate metallic on the edge there. You might be able to see the difference in the sheen in a couple of spots, but it's okay. Otherwise I would have just gone over with my with some more delicate metallic just to tidy it up. But
we may need to find out about if we can get that in a 50 ml to put in your next kit.
Oh, soft touch. Yes.
Or even the 100 ml would be okay, just to get it in people's hands.
Let's do it. Everybody
spread the good word of soft touch.
Yes, because honestly, it's so underrated. Talk about underrated.
Yes.
Acrylic primer has nothing on poor stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so now I've got a little bit of antique paste. Oh, and by the way, antique paste and waxes go so well over soft touch varnish because it's very matte, so they kind of really like stick in to it, and they work beautifully in there.
Yes, they cling.
Yeah, that's a good word to use. Thank you very much. Words are not always my strongest point.
Oh, that looks so great.
It's so pretty, and it
really is.
It's just warming it up a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Like it looked wonderful before but it looks amazing now.
It's gonna
you leveled it up.
Well, right, because I can't just leave things as they are. I will always finish things off with a wax of some sort, and most of the time it's going to be an antique paste in umber, or like a black wax or something like that, because everything needs to be framed, everything needs to be finished off.
Yes. Yes, why wouldn't you when you just have it right there?
Right.
And it just takes it to the next level.
Exactly. And it just sort of really makes it go pa-pow.
Yep. I mean, yes, you can see the comparison from one side to the other.
Yeah.
The difference.
Yeah. But it's still subtle.
Yep.
Like you wouldn't just leave one side undone now, but it's subtle, and it's all about that magic of layering, again, as I like to explain to people often, and those that are just starting out and so on. It's all about layering. Sometimes you will feel like, oh, well, why am I putting this on? You can't even see it, but you can. Like it's not about necessarily seeing. Not everything needs to stand out. It's like a choir, right? Not every singer in a choir has the solo part. You don't do solo in a choir, but you can't have a choir without many people doing the same thing and adding those layers all together. If that analogy makes any sense whatsoever.
Yes, that's a great analogy. Okay,
right. Let's move on to the frame, and I'm going to grab one of my disgusting little brushes specifically for antique paste, so then I don't have to wash it. It goes stiff once you don't use it for a while, but then you just warm it up on your hands, and once you start using it again, it works absolutely fine. So again, a little bit of antique paste.
Amy says, I want the solo. You You can be the ladybug.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't, if everybody in a choir starts singing solo, it's not a choir, it's a mess.
Nope.
Go, so a little bit of antique paste on the edges and on the frame and on the sort of outer edge of the frame here for a little bit of shadow.
Now, what do you do if you get too much antique paste?
Clear wax. You get a little bit of clear wax paste and apply it over, and it sort of acts like an eraser.
I think that's a great magic trick.
Very good magic trick. So here I am not going to be adding any antique paste on the inside of the bug or the inside of the frame. So I'm just going over the top parts and the outer parts of the frame, not the inside, because if we apply wax paste or antique paste on the inside and then try to put pouring glaze over it, it might not work because it might start rolling off like water does off of an oily surface.
And besides that, we want him to shine bright.
Yes, and we want him to shine bright. We want him to stand out.
He's the soloist.
Yes. We might get a little bit of brown paint and just go over the very edge. But again, like that would be because brown paint won't interfere with pouring glaze because it's not oily. But brown paint, because I've got this white edge of rice paper. You can't really see it too much. It's on the very edge, but
we can't see it, but it will make you crazy.
Yeah.
Kat, she used decoupage varnish and glue ultra matte.
Yes. Sorry. Okay, a little bit of. Okay, time to bring out my more disgusting palette. And a tiny little bit of brown paint. And a tiny little brush. And I will wet it a little bit. I'll take a little bit of brown paint, just like a tiny bit, and just get it round the very edge on the inside there, and just kind of dab it and pat it and tap, tap, tap. And then take a cloth and tidy it up a little bit. Again, water it down so that it's not super strong. I'm just adding almost like an inked edge to it, like you would if you was into card making. You might use alcohol inks or something like that. Then that is sort of the look that we're getting here. I'm just giving him a little vignette. Okay. And we're nearly there.
Yes, it's looking so good.
Get this dry. And then we're ready for the final bit, for our last little magic touch. And then I have to leave it to dry, which is going to be very difficult and not my favorite thing to do at all.
To leave it unfinished.
To leave it unfinished, yes, and just wait for pouring glaze to dry. So that won't be very fun, but it has to be done.
Hi, Luna. She says, this is so beautiful, so talented. I miss what products you used for the molds. Could you let me know, please? She has them all listed in the description where if you're watching on Decoupage Queen or Pentart USA or on Iveta's Facebook, you can find them all there.
While I'm waiting for this to cool down before we lay down I'll get you the link. 1 second.
Hi, Ashley.
Okay, so there we go. So I'm just dropping a link in the comments, and that is for all of the products that we used today, with the exception of white gold metallic paste. A delicate metallic paint. I have this one listed in there, which I will change over after we're done.
Yes.
Because that was my original plan. We're going off the script. Oh, and
that's how things go.
And soft touch varnish as well. Remind me to do that after the live stream, please.
I will.
Okay.
If David hasn't already done it, if he's watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Okay. What else? What else? Yes, pouring glaze. Last bit. So I've got my big tub of pouring glaze. I went for the big one last time because the little one didn't last me very long. And I'll grab a clean brush. And because there's still quite a bit in here, I'm going to use, you could use like a spoon to spoon it out. I don't have a spoon here. Oh, actually, I do.
I love pouring glaze.
Easier than using a brush. I was going to say I was going to just pour it and use the brush to kind of that, but turns out I have a little spoon.
Oh, Ashley, you need to try the pouring glaze. You would love it. She said it's the one product she has not tried. You would love it.
Look at that. It is gorgeous. I'm not going to pour too much in, because the more you pour in, the longer it's going to take to dry. And
Iveta's going to want to post these pictures in like 2 hours.
Yeah. So I'm going to, this is going to be more than enough. It just needs to pool out and we will help it. And also, why would you pour more and waste more of your product when you can pour a little bit, right? You just need to pour enough. You don't need to overdo it.
And it will kind of self-level, right?
Yes. Yes. So you could use a brush to help it level out, or you could kind of just do this. And this is actually more than enough of it there. And I know you can't really see him now, and he's gone.
But you will.
But you will, yes, very shortly. It will dry. And then I can just finish it off with a little ribbon and post pictures, and those will be ready as soon as, I promise you that.
Something fun that Mom and I recently tried with pouring glaze was just to put a little bit of metal pigment so that it kind of floats around inside of it. And that is a really pretty effect too.
Is it? Oh, I bet it is. Oh, I'm going to have to try that now.
Yes, because it floats.
Now I want to use some 3D decor pen or some pearl pens or something, but can't do that.
Like on top of the pouring glaze?
No, around the edges. I'm wondering.
Why can't you?
A little bit of. Should we?
This would not be a proper Iveta project if you did not do just a little bit
of something. Okay.
Yes.
Should we? I don't know. Or should we do glitter pen? Because that is fun.
You've got to do glitter. Could be fun because you don't have anything glittery on here. I think that could be nice.
Okay, should we do it?
Yes. I'm always going to say yes, especially to glitter.
True. That is true. Megan is the worst yes man.
Yes, especially for glitter.
Okay, should we go with a gold glitter pen?
Yeah.
Add little dots. What should we do over the top of the edge? or
I can't decide if it should be there or on the paper itself. I'm kind of leaning towards on the paper.
really.
But you decide. You must decide. You will
I'm
know better.
afraid that because this one, the edge is on a slope a little bit, so I'm kind of worried that if I put it on the edge, it's going to slide down.
Yes.
Or
So on the paper.
So it'll have to be on the paper. Okay, let's do some little dots.
Here's a question. Here's a question from Cynthia. What is the difference between pouring glaze and varnish?
Pouring glaze is sort of the equivalent to the result that you would get from clear epoxy resin. So you won't get that same result, or rather, to get the same result with glossy varnish, you would need to do at least 6 thin coats of glossy varnish, then sand it down with steel wool, and then do another 2 to 3 coats of varnish over the top to get that same really glossy finish. Or you can just pour a bit of pouring glaze over the top and leave it to dry. So it levels out. It's super glossy, super shiny, just like glass. But it's also, compared to like epoxy resin, this is water-based and non-toxic. And it's pre-mixed, very easy to use. You don't have to do anything else to it. And that is to get that epoxy result. And
if you did that with all of those coats of varnish, you would also have to let it cure in between each one to make sure that there's no condensation or cloudiness. So it's just like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And believe me, like I've done the perfectly glossy look with varnish. That's what I used to do when I first started out. So like I know how to get there, and I know how much work it takes. And yeah, why? Why would I do that to myself?
Yes.
I think that was a good idea.
You can brush pouring glaze on. I have done that before, actually. On the boots of my nutcracker, I mixed it with the super red mica and brushed it on to make like a super, super glossy finish, and that was cool. Yes.
So you can change the color as well, and it's still going to be that super glossy finish. So it's that's the difference. Basically, it's easier, so much easier. Okay, I'm loving this. I think the glitter pen was a very good idea.
Yes.
Not to toot my own horn, but I'm absolutely tooting my own horn.
And for your debut on Pentacolor,
of course,
we had to have a properly Iveta project.
Right. This it can't get more me than this.
Yes. Now they get a little taste. They know what to expect.
Yes. Expect dots.
And maybe some swirls.
And maybe some swirls. There we go. Oh no. Toot away. Cheryl. Thank you. Okay, are you back? Okay, Megan is a little bit frozen. But
I am? Am I frozen?
Oh, okay, you're back. I think you're back.
Okay.
You went a little bit robot voice for a second there. But I think you're back. Well, there we go. You're sold. You have to get some now. Absolutely. Cynthia, go for it. You won't regret it.
Okay. You just have to use your imagination. This bug will magically appear over the next little bit as it dries. I promise.
Yeah, it is under there. You see him there. But yeah. So stay tuned. If you're watching over on Pentacolor, please follow Decoupage Queen, follow my page if you want to see the finished result. Obviously, they will also be posted on Pentart pages as well. But we would love to have you over on our pages too, you know.
Yes. Yes, let's all be friends. Let's all be friends.
Let's all be friends. Would you like to come back on, Megan, to say bye?
Sure, sure.
I'll try. Okay, there we go.
There we are.
There we are.
And there's your little bug.
And there's the bug, the star of the show, the real star of the show.
This was so fun.
This was fun. Thank you so much for hosting, Megan.
Of course. It's so easy.
Keeping company.
Yeah. Oh, quick question from Ashley. What happens if you use the heat tool to dry the pouring glaze?
I haven't tried it, but I would imagine that it would probably cure and dry over the top and then stay wet underneath and then go cloudy and not dry properly. So
yeah.
Not recommended.
You really want it to be even. It's self-levels, so
yeah.
I would just let it be, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having us on here.
Yes, thank you.
Color. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to come back. I will be back at some point in May, at the start of May. Yes. Otherwise, I'm hoping to see all of you over on Decoupage Queen Morning Atelier with me this coming Friday, same time. 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock over here in UK, 3 o'clock in Europe. We're going
join our.
Pardon?
Oh, we're talking about Mirror Mist there.
Yes. Mirror Mist.
Friday. Yes.
Effect. That will be fun.
It will be so fun.
Yes. The group, community group, please do join us because we want to see your projects too. We want to see what you create, whether it's Decoupage Queen, whether it's pen art. We want to see what you make, especially if you got this new collection from me. Please show us what you make with it, because we will enter you into a prize draw, whether you like it or not. I'm afraid.
Yes, it's a good prize. It's a very good prize, I promise.
Yes, and then you will be entered into a prize draw for our next release. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.